Hey there, and welcome back. In case you were here on my earlier video today, so about 5 hours ago I went live, and I thought if all goes well I could maybe do another live yet today, because I have so much content I want to share with you. Look a little worse for wear. So in 5 hours I posted the video and shared the still shot of the card and everything. I went for a long walk, stopped in to see the grandkids, made supper and ran that out to the field, and picked up another one from a different field. And so it's kind of been go, 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 but I had everything ready. So I thought that's half the battle, right? So I'm just going to go for it again here. Thanks so much for joining in. Hi there, Pam. So recently I've made these cards. Pretty much identical in layout, just different like color combination and such. And so it's been fun to see people's reaction. You'll have to let me know once I get going if you're team green or if you're team pink. Some of you that are joining in have made this card, and so it was fun to see like the people here at my home made the green card. This week in Medelia on Monday night they made the pink card, and I had a couple of people say, oh, I wish we could choose and do the green card tonight, but that just makes it a little hard with ink pads and messing things up that way. So usually people are pretty excited about pink, so I was really excited. Personally, I like the green, but chime in. Let me know if you're team pink or team green, which one you like better. Let me get my camera turned around for you so you can see better to be able to vote. You know, you can't just vote unless you've seen it. Get my tripod here. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. So here is the green one. Like I said, basically using a lot of the same supplies. And here is the pinkish purple one. So here, maybe I should go like that so we don't have that in the way to sway, right? Hey there, Becky. Good to see you on here. We've got two sisters viewing together at the same time. I should say not together. I don't think you're together, but at the same time. All right, so some of these products will be retiring, so I want to talk about that. So this big hey comes from the stamp set saying hey. And a lot of people got a kick out of this. It actually says insert clever message here. So the card says, hey friend, and then you can put insert clever message here. I did lay out a happy birthday so people could choose that too if they wanted. But there's a lot of things. There's a thanks, I love you, congrats, a lot of things that you could put with this. This is marked down to $15.30 for this stamp set. It's on the last chance list. So as soon as it's gone, it's gone. Some of the other products here, Friends for Life, and I love this one. This coordinates with these dies so that you can actually cut out the friend or stamp it or both, or you know, you can do that. So these are the dies. Some of you already bought the dies singly because this heart is so awesome, as well as this that I used a couple months ago for a pretty Blackberry Bliss card with some circles on it. So those are the dies. The dies are marked down a little bit. The stamp set is not. So you know me, I'm always looking for the deals. When I look at the bundle price, it's $53 for the stamps and the dies. If I price them separately, it literally comes to $52.30. So you would be saving 70 cents to buy them separate versus the bundle, but that's how that is right now. And then this paper, oh, I forgot to look to see if this is on sale. But this is the Full of Life Designer Series paper. And now I'm trying to think too. I have this in my drawer. I think this is maybe just moving to online and will still be available. So, gosh, I should have checked on that. I have things like according to what drawer I pull it out of, will say if it's going in the annual catalog, going to online, or if it's retiring. And I pulled this out of my online drawer, so hopefully that is correct. But these are the squares that I've cut 3 by 4. So here you can see a whole different variation. I could make like an orange card. So if you have a friend that orange is their favorite color, I wouldn't say that that is like a popular favorite color for people, but I think this would be fun to do like a yellow and orange card that way. So that would be fun. Oh yeah, and I love it, Pam, when people say things like this. You have the paper ready, so now you're going to have an idea. All right, that's great. Or instead of maybe like these darker greens, you could do some lighter greens. So yeah, lots of possibilities with this paper. And so let me set that aside and get working on it, right? That's why you tune in. So this, like I showed, it starts out at 6 by 6 paper. So what I did is just trimmed off 2 inches. And then now I'm left with a 4 by 6 piece, and I cut that in half. So then you'll get 2 sheets of this to make, two pieces, so you can make 2 cards out of each 6 by 6 sheet if you're doing this type of thing. And as you can see, this card's going to look even a little bit different than this one because I am using the lighter variation here too. And I will share with you like the colors that I am using for the different things as well. Let's see. Oh, I was like, okay, I'm trying to get things off here off my desk so I can actually stamp and die cut and all that kind of fun stuff. All right. Oh, and let me grab the corrugated folder here for you guys. Hold on. Okay. This is online, the mini corrugated 3D embossing folder. It's part of that suite that has the botanicals with the super cool papers, and those the edges are like, I have this on my desk, the new one that has the fun edges on it, the textured notes. This is part of that whole suite, online only. So now they gave us a mini corrugated embossing folder. So that's where I am getting this background from for my card. And I did that already in preparation for the people coming to my class. So here it is. And that's the kind of fun thing too about having the class already, is I have a lot of these processes and steps pre-done for you. So the color of this card base opening this way is Summer Splash. And then I've got Shaded Spruce. And the difference here between these is I actually pulled in a 3rd green color, and I pulled in Coastal Cabana here. And I just want to make sure that, yeah, sometimes there. Yep, that's the right one. Coastal Cabana is here to go with this. Now for my pink version, I just did Petunia Pop for the base, and this, and this, and the, this meaning that edge there. But then the corrugated is the Berry Burst. So those two go together and layer and complement each other well. So that is the difference there. So let's just get started here with basic assembly. And like I said, the card's opening this way. So then I just am going to go with my next step and tip over that mini corrugated embossing folder. Kind of actually makes a fun noise when you put the adhesive across it. Kind of does a little rumble to it. I don't like to get too heavy-handed with my adhesive because that can actually then flatten what the embossing folder has done to make it look corrugated. So I've got that. And then before I put these 2 pieces together, then I am going to pull out the Heartfelt Hexagon punch here. Sometimes mine is so banged up from traveling and people using it, myself included. And I'm just going to cut this out of the middle. So this is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And just right in the middle, like so. And this is what we're going to end up stamping on. Nobody's going to see this piece because it's going to just be put here. So we're saving paper. You guys love it when I show you how to save paper. And not only that, because there's a few layers to this card, it'll save on a little bit of bulk when it goes through the mail system too. So I'm just going to put this 4 by 3 inch piece on here. And then this is going to go just flat. I thought about, excuse me, popping this up, but I liked it being flat because the next one's going to be popped up. So now look how fun that is already, just like so. I think these just, it almost makes it look like one of those horizon pictures or something, or it reminds me of when I started to learn about perspective in art, probably in 7th grade. I know I was in the middle school building in Windham because I was one of the last grades to go through that middle school building in Windham before we transitioned to high school. All right, so now let's do some stamping. I'm going to pull out the Shaded Spruce ink pad. which then is going to coordinate with the corrugate. There we go. Coordinate with the corrugated layer here, shaded spruce. And that's where I'm going to bring over that hay. Now, if you're doing this version, the ink pad that I used for this is the Berry Burst. And that would be stamped on Petunia Pop. So here's my big hay from the Sang Hay. I think that's such a fun stamp set. I'm just going to ink that up. Whoops. And like so. Got that. And then that's ready to go onto my card. So I'm just going to flip this over and grab some dimensionals. Thank you, Becky. Yeah, like I said, you guys have to let me know if you prefer the pink or the green, just out of curiosity. I'm always curious who likes which colors. And I've often said I don't feel like I'm a green girl naturally. It's not a color I go to. To me, green's more like a neutral non-color, but every time I use it, I love it. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of put that, I think on this one, because where it meets up at the top, it's over a little bit, so I put this over, but I don't want to put this one over too much and then kind of cover up how it meets, because I think that's kind of fun, seeing how it comes together up there. All right, so I've got this, and then next I can do my cutout of my friend. So there we've got the word friend. Hello there, Marie. Good to see you. So with the friend, what I did ahead of time for people, I took strips of the shaded spruce, or in this case, Berry Burst, and I put adhesive sheets on the back. So they come 12 by 6, so sometimes I just have like pieces of this. So everybody's kind of looked a little different. Like, look at this one. It looks like it's been bandaged. But I was just using up my strips and such. So then when people were running this through, then it was easy to have that be adhesive already on the back side like a sticker. And then we didn't have to worry about what kind of glue we were using or how ooey gooey or oozy it got for people. So I'm just going to put that on here and run that through. And then we have friend, machine back here. Okay, so like I said, on the back side now, we've got basically a sticker. And so I'm just going to peel that off. And the fun thing about peeling things off, like you'll see the inside of my D, there still has that. But once I peel this off, it kind of takes away a lot of those extra pieces that we don't have to worry about picking or poking. So kind of want this to lay across here. So I kind of start, I'm placing the F. It's actually going to go up on top of that, but that's okay because it's adhesive. And then I just kind of smooth it down, and I just kind of coax it along letter by letter so that it lays flat. I don't want to start at the ends and then get like a bubble if I work my way in like so. And then we need a dot for the eye, which usually still is in the die itself. And so that was kind of the most interesting thing about the whole card, is during classes trying to find everybody's eye. And then I said, don't worry, I'll poke your eye out for you. Well, that doesn't sound right either. And so I have this, and then I have to get it flipped over. There we go. And as it flips over, for me tonight anyway, the sticker paper falls off. So then I can just put it right here on top of the eye. So there we have that. If I didn't have like this on colored paper or something, I like the way this looks. Another option would be, I guess it'd be okay on this, just to bring out your shaded spruce marker, like the Stampin' Write markers that are dual tip. And then you can just dot your eye with the marker too, in case you lose that. Otherwise, if you want like a big eye to dot your friend, you could use the center of the E, or bigger yet would be the D, or even the top of the F if you want like a big exclamation point for an eye. So thank you, Missy. Yeah, this is a fun one. It's always fun at a class when people are like, this one's my favorite. And like, I think it's like a squirrel moment for me. As soon as somebody says that, I can be across the room and instantly my attention goes to wherever that comment came from, because I want to know what kind of style of cards you guys like. What is it about the card? Is it the colors or whatever? Because of course, then I want to make more cards kind of like that. Obviously, you don't want to come to a class and have the same cards over and over, but yet if there's something special about it, then I know. Or I might repeat this, or like I did this one, people really like this one, so then I did a second version but in pink at a different class, so that works out well too. And then for accessorizing, I have these iridescent faceted gems. These are sticking around, so we don't have to worry about those selling out. And I'm just going to take a large one. So basically they all look the same, iridescent, meaning that they're going to kind of pick up the color, whatever you're working on. It's part of this suite in the annual catalog, and so that's why it's kind of a fun accessory for the suite, because it's going to pick up whatever color you're working with. So I'm going to do a large, a small, and then just stick a small one up here as well. So that's kind of fun. Like you can see, it picks up some of the yellowish greenish color here. Same gems, but it's looking like it's picking up some of the pink that way. And then for the inside, hey friend, I am going to do the kind of silly inside here and put insert clever message here. And like I said, I pulled a happy birthday out of, let's see, I'm trying to think, maybe that is from, now I'm going to check and see if this happy birthday is from, oh it is, Saying Hey. I couldn't remember where it's from. So both of these are from the stamp set, Saying Hey. Between classes and different things, it's like I have a lot of stamps out, so sometimes I forget exactly where it comes from. So I'm glad that I had that case right there to look that up. Okay, so I've got some adhesive to put on that. And then that should finish our card here. If I can get this opened up. There we go. Yeah, and then same with this. Then I just stamped that same thing and did that in Berry Burst. Okay, all right. I love this. Oh yeah, or an embellishment. Very good. Yeah, and a lot of people did do like an embellishment. They kind of did, I was going to say timed it out, but kind of placed it accordingly to put an embellishment. One person even popped their friend or scooted it up higher so that this hay with the period there, that kind of became the big dot to their eye of friend, and that's fun too. So yeah, I like being able to do that. I do have an upcoming card that I want to show you, and I did put like the embellishment for the eye on Wishing, one of the eyes, because Wishing has two. So hopefully you guys enjoy both of these cards. It's been fun for me to just play around with this paper, and like anything, like I just love it more, and then it goes away, and so that's not always fun. So if you're looking at getting any of this stuff, let me know. The corrugator, like I said, that's sticking around, but the stamps and dies are leaving us. Right. So I feel like today could be one of those days where like I need a t-shirt. I survived today, and it wasn't just even the planting. Like I took my mom for a doctor appointment earlier today too, and just the meals and the running and keeping up. So it's kind of good just to check in and do something that is on my schedule that I'm used to, because then I kind of feel like I end my day on my like routine like that too. So like I said, I'm a little worse for wear after going out for a walk, but even that felt really good to just soak in some sunshine. It was so windy, that's why I look like this, but it was like 70 some degrees, and so the wind made me want to put on a sweatshirt, but the sun was so nice. Take care, guys, and I hope to be back